is bugging me. Hold on. Does that makes more sense. I'm not center. Oh my god, that's gonna bug me. Hey guys, welcome back. It's been a while. I know. It's fine. I don't want to talk about it. Actually, I am going to talk about it. For those of you who don't know, my name is Mariah and I'm a flight attendant here in Toronto. And Miss Rona has f***ed my life. What I'm going to be doing is my flight attendant Q&A, my long awaited flight attendant Q&A, and do my makeup all at the same time. I have a ring light, as y'all can see in the reflection of my dirty iPad. I tried to set up literally the way that I used to with my makeup videos, but I just could not be bothered. It wasn't working with me. So anyway, I have a whole bunch of questions. I ran a couple of polls on my Instagram, and basically I'm finally going to be answering them because it's just who I am, guys. It's who I am. Oh my god, look at the post 4 years ago that I did. That's wild. I remember that day. Oh my god, I don't have a mirror. Do my makeup without a mirror. I am a potato. So I have been a flight attendant now since March of 2019. So just coming on 2 years. And to those of you who are gonna be like, Mariah, you're laid off, you're not a flight attendant anymore. Yes, I am, okay? I don't want that kind of negativity in my life. I love it. I absolutely love it so much. It is what I want to do for the long run. The fact that the pandemic happened and it literally just like stripped it away from me is just the worst thing ever. It has seriously been like the best decision I have ever made for myself. I was in a very dark place prior. So the first question is the worst passenger story. I had a lot of crappy interactions on my way back from Hong Kong in February, which you guys would have seen that vlog. So basically what we were all doing is we just like wanted everybody to be comfortable, and like keep in mind this is a 16-hour flight, like it's a long flight. And basically what I say is, you know, like if there's space that I can move you to, absolutely I'm gonna move you. So this guy moves from wherever he was seated and he moves to the opposite side of this girl. We have to be responsible with like the alcohol that we serve people, but keep in mind that like your alcohol tolerance is very different in the air than what it is on the ground. Like it was so dead of a flight where I think we ended up getting like a 6-hour break, which like that doesn't happen. So I remember, you know, napping, coming back, you know, I see the girl sitting in a different spot, and so I like go up to her and I'm like, hey, like, are you okay? Like, what's up? And so she told me that this guy got super drunk and like super handsy and started like being like really physical with her. And to the point where I was like, what? Like none of my crew told me anything. Everybody said that nothing had happened. What do you mean nothing happened? Like this is big. Like this is like sexual harassment. Like what do you mean nothing happened? Truthfully, it was like one of just like the crappiest things that I have experienced at work, and it was awful. It was not fun at all. I remember for the entirety of the rest of the flight, I was just like completely just serving this girl, making sure that she was okay. And then the guy woke up because he slept for basically the rest of the flight, and he woke up and he had no idea. What you did was not okay. Absolutely not okay. This girl does not want to see you. She does not want to talk to you. But what you did was not okay, and you need to be better. He was like super embarrassed, rightfully so. And I think truthfully that's like the worst thing that I have ever experienced being a flight attendant, I think. Because I've been there. I've been where she was. Starting this video off to a very positive note. God damn. Something passengers do that they think is helping but just makes your job harder. Oh my god. You are asking for a drink. Do not move your cup. Do not move your cup. Do not do it. I have spilled so many drinks on so many people. Just don't do it. I know that you mean so well and you just want to help me because I look like I'm struggling, but just don't move it. Just don't, please don't move your cup. I don't even know what I want to do on my eyes. Like that's how indecisive. I went to sit down for a makeup tutorial. without a mirror. Like, that's how out of practice I am. I'm just a hot mess. It's fine. It's fine. How exhausting is it? I've really been prioritizing like my recovery and taking care of myself while I'm at home. The long answer, yes, it's exhausting. The short answer, yes, it's exhausting. Next question is, what's the percentage of people nice to you compared to the assholes? There are a lot of like really not nice people, but there are also a lot of really nice people. So it really just depends on how you react to it. Because if you let one crappy person ruin your entire day, like that's your entire trip ruined. Is being a flight attendant hard on the body in any way? It actually really is. My veins on my legs have started to appear in ways that like I didn't think that they would. Mind you, there are ways that I could have prevented stuff like that. The main thing that I do to make sure that it is the least amount hard on my body is I drink a absolute ton of water. I do 1 liter of water or 1.5 liters of water per flight. So if I'm doing a Vancouver turn, I'll make sure to drink 2 or 3 liters of water on that trip. So like while I'm physically on the plane, it's not the greatest water, but it's what we get, and I'm not about to be like, sorry, this isn't Fiji water, I'm not gonna drink it, and then end up at the end of the day being like, worst and best part of being a flight attendant, one that is both, is being away from my family, because like sometimes I need to get out, but then other times like it's lonely. I remember for New Year's Eve, I was on my way back from Sao Paulo in Brazil. I don't think that I should admit this on camera, but we had our ways of celebrating, like the crew, we had our way of celebrating because we actually flew over Sao Paulo, or I think it would have been Rio, at midnight, because the time zone is the same. And I remember I got Wi-Fi on the flight so that I could wish my family, like I could wish everybody a happy new year. It's hard being away from your family, especially if you're tight-knit, and I have a really good relationship with my mom, and it was hard to be away. But she had just come back from Portugal, so she was fine. Would you ever live somewhere other than Toronto? So the company that I work for only has 3 bases: Vancouver, Calgary, Toronto, and Montreal. I would live in Vancouver, but Vancouver is so expensive, like disgustingly expensive. Like I thought that it was more or less the same as Toronto, but like my current living situation is I'm at home with family. I still, you know, pay my dues, but it's not nearly as much as I would need to be paying elsewhere. I would live in Vancouver. I think it's really cool that a lot of American airlines have like bases all over the country, so like you can really narrow it down to where you want to go. But I wouldn't live in Montreal. Maybe I'd live in Calgary. I don't know, it really just depends. I don't know. I don't even know what I want to do with my eyes. Anyway, next question. What was your first trip as a flight attendant, and what was the last before COVID? My first trip as a flight attendant was to Vancouver. I love Vancouver. Like every time I go to Vancouver, I fall in love with Vancouver more and more and more. My last was Santiago. I worked the very last flight out of Santiago in Chile, coming back to Toronto because they had closed their borders. December, I had gone to Santiago twice, and they have like a very small amount of people that work in Santiago and like actually communicate with the flight attendants, and like I had seen them like 3 times up until that point, and it was so sad leaving them because like I don't know when the next time I'm gonna see them again is. So yeah, that was really sad. What's one goal you wish to accomplish during this time? Oh, that's a nice question. Well, my mom and I started our own jewelry business, and I'm being like the worst spokesperson for it right now because I don't have anything on, but I'm gonna talk about it more in vlogs to come. Just like being able to have this business and like survive off of this business so I can have some sort of income, because I have nothing right now. What is this? Peach Smoothie by Makeup Geek. Oh my god, these eyeshadows are so old, guys. Like, I'm sorry. Do as I say, not as I do. Just don't It's fine. One thing that or two things that I wish I can do during this time are building a sustainable business for myself and for my mom, and getting my fitness back. Just strength, not for like the vanity of it, but just so that I just feel better. Do you get to eat the plain food for free? Yes, asterisk. So things that are already warmed up, yes. So like all of the business class stuff. What shade is this? I love this. Chickadee. I love this shade. This is like the perfect, I love this shade. Like if I'm starving and I don't have any more food, absolutely. But I don't like eating plain food. It's gross. If you would have known COVID was gonna steal your job, where would you have traveled? Oh God. So in February, I went to New York with my mom. It was my first time going to New York. It was a lot of fun. That's also another vlog coming because I have so much footage that I sat on. If I would have known that COVID was gonna fuck my life, I would have gone to Portugal for longer because I only went for a day in the winter time to drop my mom off. I would have done like Australia. Like I would have gone for like 2 weeks just to experience it, get that like little tease of the Australian life. And yeah, I would have done that. Favorite place you've worked and traveled? I haven't worked and traveled to a favorite place. Like obviously Portugal is always my favorite place to travel to because it's home. But my favorite place, one of my favorite vacations was Mazunte, like my Mexico trip. Gabby and I went. It was beautiful. There's a vlog about it. It's still up on my channel. You can go check it out. But my favorite place to work is Santiago in Chile because it is, for some reason, everybody comes and everybody's just ready to party and it's so much fun. Oh, what shade is this? I feel like this is an Inglot shade. Oh no, this is a MAC shade. I don't remember what this is called. I think this is Uninterrupted. I remember they discontinued this. It's probably so expired, but guys, I don't think you understand how obsessed. I'm gonna put it all over my face now. This is fun. I feel nostalgic, but also bringing you guys into this like new portion of my life that I've been living, and it is the best. It's the best. Best part about being a flight attendant is the cheap travel, because that is just like, I guess the reason why it always comes full circle. Those of you who don't know, I'm half Portuguese. I'm Portuguese and I'm Greek. And every summer from literally the point where I was born to the end of grade 12, I would go to Portugal every single year. And maybe from grade 9 onwards, so for those 4 years that it was, I needed to work the entire year to pay my ticket, because my parents said the second that you're able to work and pay for your ticket, I think maybe there was 1 year where I paid for half of the ticket, but then the rest I was paying for it on my own. And I'm so happy that my mom made me do that, because it gave me an appreciation for my work, for money, and for travel that I never would have realized prior. At least $1,000, and I was not making a lot of money because I was dancing, I was doing other extracurriculars, I was very, very busy, and so $1,000 to save that up was a lot. And to get the price that I can pay as a flight attendant is just like, it makes me emotional, because like I worked so hard for it and now I'm reaping the benefits. Ooh, we're not gonna get emotional. No, we're not. What's your favorite aircraft? Depends. If I'm working a galley position, I like Airbus because the galley is small. But if I'm working just as a regular flight attendant, if I'm working one of the other doors, Boeing. Specifically the 777. I also like the 787 because it's like new and fun and excited, but I really want to fly on a 747 because I've never flown on one before, and it's the one that looks like this, and it kind of has like a humpback because there's one extra level. Oh my god, I just want to fly it, guys. I just want to do it. Nobody understands this excitement, but I just want it. You get free flights because like be my friend if you do, LOL. Okay, no, I don't get free flights. I've learned that American flight attendants get free flights. I'm gonna go in with, oh no, this is gonna be a throwback. I used Amber. I remember using this eyeshadow so many times, like so many times. And I'm obsessed with it, and I'm still obsessed with it. It's a good thing to be obsessed with. Oh, actually, maybe I'm gonna zoom you in a little bit. Just a little bit. So that you guys can see my ugly pimples. What's your least favorite flight to work? I'd say the short ones, like the ones that are like an hour, 45-minute flights. Because to those of you who don't know, we don't get paid for boarding, we don't get paid for deplaning, and for the amount of work that you have to do on those flights, for how long you're actually on the flight, it's just, it's wild. Would you ever work for a private jet company? Yeah, I would. I've heard that they're just like very different from regular flight attendant life. So that's something to consider, but I love being a flight attendant. It'd be cool to be like a flight attendant for like some sort of celebrity. That would be fun. I say that right now, but if that opportunity ever comes, I'll update you on how I actually feel about it. My next question is flight attending your career or just something to do in the meantime? Flight attending is absolutely what I want to do for the rest of my life. Hi, do you want to come say hi? Hi, sweet bubbas. This Storm. I love you so much. Okay, goodbye. What is something you wish was different about being a flight attendant? Well, I've got a list. I wish that we were paid for boarding. I wish that we were paid for deplaning. I wish that we could get free domestic flights. I wish that didn't steal my job away from me. I'll update that question as it comes. What schooling do you have to do? The schooling that you have to do is have your high school diploma, and that's it. That's all you have to do. How are you liking it so far? It is the best. It is the best. It's absolutely the best decision that I've ever decided to make in my entire life for myself. I haven't done makeup in so long. Good Lord. Tips on how to cope with nervousness of flying. There have been a couple of questions like this. You just kind of have to pick your battles. Like, there are a lot of people who actually fly with me who are terrified of flying, and for some reason they're flight attendants. I don't understand why that's a thing, but it's very much so a thing. And the way that you have to cope with it is you have to decide, okay, is my anxiety and like my personal well-being worth this, or is it something that I can work to overcome? Can you take me with you? So many people ask me that. Of course, but there are like different tiers of, I guess, like ways I can bring friends and family on trips. Basically, the only person that has like my capabilities in terms of like price of flights is my mom. And you're gonna have to fight her for that spot, so best of luck to you. How long do you have to stay at a destination? It really depends. But generally, domestic is a minimum of 10 hours. International is a minimum of 18 hours. And I think US is 10 hours too. But that's it. That's all. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is the final makeup look, even though it's just kind of like really bronzy and, you know. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. It really supports my channel, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you guys in my next one. Peace.